Hello there, welcome. This is MJ's Fair. I'm MJ, and this is a platform where we talk everything about growth. Today, we'll be looking at your relationship growth. The question is often asked by those who are not married yet. How do you know you're ready for a relationship? Maybe it's your first time getting into a relationship, or you've been out of a relationship and you're wondering if it's just about the right time to get into a new relationship. How do you know you're ready? Now, before I get into all the juicy points, first things first. Are you of legal age? Yes. First off, if you're not of legal age, I guess this is the point where you start watching the video, or you just mute your mind. You tell your mind this video is not for you, okay? Because you have to be of legal age first before you can think of dating. Like, first of all, for me as a Christian, I mean, you date for a purpose, like you date for marriage. So if you're not even up to a legal age to be independent, which is 18, then this video is not for you, okay? We only do purposeful dating. So are you of legal age to even get into a relationship? Yes or no? This answer determines if you're moving forward in this video, or you just go and check out other videos I've made, okay? Alright, so we go right into how you know you're ready for a relationship. First off, the very first reason I'll give is you need to define your own happiness. Like, you should be happy on your own. You're not supposed to depend on another person for your happiness. Like, marriage or relationship, coming together with some other person, it's a relationship of two complete human beings coming together. It's not like you're half somewhere, you're expecting that this other person will be the one to come and feel your joy, this other person will be the one to come and feel your bank account, this person will be the one to come and feel like everything in your life. No, you should not rely on another person to make you happy. You say, oh, this guy is taking away my happiness, blah 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 blah. No, as an individual, you should define your happiness and be responsible for your emotions. You must be complete as an individual first before getting into a relationship with another person. Else you've already signed for your doom, because we are human beings. We're not human beings. Like, it's a continuous process. We're continuously on life's journey where we make mistakes. That's why we're human beings. We make mistakes. We're going to hurt you. So you have to be the judge of your own joy, happiness, and comfort. Okay, because no matter how much the other person loves you, that person will still hurt you. Truth is, if you're not a complete person, like if you're empty, then there's this tendency that you're going to accept anything or anyone that comes into your life because you want to be filled, because you feel you get happiness from that person, and at the end of the day that person tends to hurt you even more. Why? Because you were empty and you did not even have the morals to evaluate this person you're letting into your life. So you must be a complete person, because it's only when you're complete that you can be able to set standards for yourself, for the other person who is coming into your life. So be complete. When you're complete, then you know you're ready for a relationship. Now, this next point is a cliche, okay? Because everyone has standards. Yes, if you ask every girl walking down the street, like, what do you expect in a boyfriend? What do you expect in a fiance? What do you expect in a man you think you can spend the rest of your life with? Everybody has standards. Someone's going to tell you, like, this guy should be financially stable, this guy should be a career oriented person, this guy should be someone who's career driven, this guy should be a businessman, this guy should be ABCD, he should be at this level of his spiritual life, and things like that. It's not wrong to have standards, okay? But the thing is, you should have standards and you should also work towards those standards. Why do I say this? Because you have standards, you have expectations, things you expect of your future fiance or your future boyfriend. You expect to see in him before you date him. It's same thing with the guy. The guy also has his standards. He also has things he expects to see in you, the girl, before he dates you. So while you have your standards, you two should be able to work towards those standards. So if one of your standards is this guy should be financially buoyant, like he should be booming, he should be a flourishing plant financially, then you two should work towards being financially buoyant. Yes. If you expect this guy to be spiritually, to be a spiritual giant, he should have grown spiritually. Grow yourself spiritually as well. Seek to grow yourself spiritually as well. Because trust me, as much as your parents are praying that, oh, my daughter should find a good husband, that's somebody's son as well. His parents are also praying, my son should find a good wife. So make yourself that wife that he would find, or make yourself that person he would want to associate with, just as you have set standards for that person you want in your life. So it's a two-way thing. Set standards and work towards those standards. When you see yourself working towards these standards, trying to better yourself, what I'm saying is be the best version of yourself. When you find yourself in this position where you're actually working daily on being the best version of yourself, then you know you're ready for a relationship. Okay guys, so one of the most important things you should always be on the lookout for to know if you're ready for a relationship is identifying your path. You as an individual, you have a plan, you have a destiny ahead of you, you have what God wants you to do on earth. Everybody has a path they have to tow. So as an individual, have you been able to identify that path you want to tow? As an individual, have you been able to identify what God wants you to do exactly, where God wants you to be? Because until you identify and know exactly what God wants you to do, or where he wants you to be, and you're working towards that, then I can tell you for sure that you risk derailing yourself. Why? Because it's only a man who's on a journey who knows exactly the kind of person he needs to accompany him on that journey. If you've not been able to identify your path, where you're headed, what God wants you to be, where he wants you to be, the journey he wants you to take, the path he wants you to take, then anybody who comes your way would seem fit for the journey with you. For example, I can't be I can't be going to I can't be going north, right? I can't be going north and then I take someone to accompany me on this journey who's going south or who's going east. No, it must be someone who's ready to go north with me, whose vision also goes north. Else we'll be going two different directions. And the minute you start going two different directions, then it won't work. You need to identify your course. You need to know exactly what God wants from you, what he expects of you, your path, and you need to be walking that path. Else, everyone and anyone would seem to be the best company, would seem to be the best person to accompany you on this path. The man is supposed to identify a course, you're supposed to identify the path, and you know exactly who can go with you on this course. Nowadays, let's bring it down to general stuff. Nowadays, you find men saying, I want to get married, but I cannot get married to this kind of lady. I cannot get married to a girl who's a lawyer. I cannot get married to a police officer. I cannot get married to a man who's a lawyer. Now, most of them say that. Why? Because from their point of view, probably their job description doesn't match. Like, both professions just cannot go. Someone will be like, I think I need a teacher for a wife. Why? Because I do a 9 to 5 job. I'm usually always out of town, or I'm a businessman. I always travel to and fro. So I need a wife who's just at home, who's down. I know she's free sometimes. Together. That's a simple example of identifying your path and knowing who can accompany you on that path. So please, ladies, gentlemen, before getting into a relationship, you need to identify your path. Because if you fail to identify your path, then every person will seem the right person. But when you identify your path, then you know you're ready for a relationship, because you can only pick someone who will tow that path with you. This other point is also important. Healing from your past. Healing from past hurt. Yes, I said that. It might not be your very first time getting into a relationship. You might have been in one or a couple of others and they failed. Maybe your last relationship was just too hurtful for you. Have you healed from that past? Have you let go? Because believe it or not, if you've not fully healed from that past relationship, from the past hurt you had, you're going to transfer it into this new relationship you are probably thinking of getting into. And when I talk of relationship, I don't just mean, oh, your former relationship with a boy, like a boyfriend. It can as well mean your childhood traumas. Probably you were abused as a child, or you were maltreated by your dad. People go through a lot growing up. So, but have you healed from this past hurt? Because if you were abused as a child, growing up, if you've not healed from that, getting into a relationship, you transfer all the hurt and anger you feel within you to that relationship. You'll just be punishing someone's son for something he probably has no idea of. So first off, you need to heal from your past hurt, whatever it may be. As children of God, we're charged to forgive. We are charged to forgive, not even for that person's benefit, but for our own benefit, for our own good. So take out time, heal yourself. When you're healed and you're definitely sure that you're done and gone past that hurt, then you know you're ready for another relationship. Another thing I'm going to talk about is maturity. Maturity. Like, are you mature enough to know that, okay, this is someone I want to be serious with? I'm not just here to jump around or to play around or to try my luck. This is someone I do want to be serious with. I do want to get serious with. And maturity comes in your ability not to just crush over every fine guy, like every fine guy you see on the road. Yeah, oh my god, I'm crushing for this guy. Or any beautiful girl, your new colleague in the office, she's beautiful, you're crushing over her. Or your new neighbor, she's beautiful, you're crushing over that new neighbor. No, you're not mature enough. Maturity comes with your emotions, being able to control your emotions. It doesn't come with age. So don't get this thing wrong. Maturity doesn't come with age. But if you understand that, if you know that you love this person, then you would be able to endure, you'll be able to take in certain things. You will know that a relationship entails sharing, it entails enduring. So if you're not ready for any of these, then you're probably not ready for a relationship yet, because you should be able to control yourself. You should be able to know that, okay, I need to endure in this relationship. You need to endure. Now get this clear, I did not say when you're in a relationship and they are being physically abusive, you should endure the beating before you even get into the man's house. Like, you're just in a relationship and they are beating you up to a pulp and you're like, oh no, I love this guy, so I'll endure. No, those are two different things. Endurance in the form of knowing that, okay, this person, I don't like this, but this person never knew. So I've told him and he's working on becoming better in that aspect. That is endurance. Endurance is in seeing that, okay, you don't have it, we don't have enough now, but we can work, plan on ourselves for 2 years and we get there. That is endurance. And I think I should state this out there, that love is not always just going to be enough. So if you're not mature, you're going to fail. Also, another aspect of maturity is being able to handle denial. Like, you should be able to know that, okay, as much as I feel this way about this person and I want to get into a relationship with this person can actually deny, this person can actually not like me. So maturity also has to deal with accepting denial. Like, you shouldn't be the kind who, when a guy says, oh, I'm sorry, I can't have anything to do with you, you go and take poison. Or because a girl said, oh no, I can't date a guy like you, you go and hang yourself somewhere. No. So please, if you can establish this fact that you're mature enough in some of these aspects, then you're probably ready for a relationship. And now the last point I'm going to give out, like the really last, are you at that point of your life where marriage will not take you by surprise? Because remember, we did purposefully. So this should be someone you admire enough, you think you have feelings enough to be with this person. You're mature enough to know that, okay, this is someone I want to be with for a long period of time. I'm not just here to play. I'm not just here to kid around. So now, if this guy proposes to you, if this guy does propose to you, if this lady brings up talk about marriage, is it going to take you by surprise, or are you ready for that? Okay guys, I hope this video is educative enough. If there are other things, you can always share in the comment section to help us grow. I wish you the best of the new week. Goodbye.